Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend, Mr. Greg Dickerson. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, Michael. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well. We're very lucky to get you for a fourth episode today. This is one I was hoping I could ask you about. I want us to give advice to Gen Z, right? We are both Gen Xers, so let's no jokes about us being
Not a
baby.
boomer. I am
Not a
not
boomer.
a boomer.
Yeah, not a boomer. Thank you very much. But we are Gen X, so that's cool. But I want to give advice to Generation Z, Gen Z. This is likely their first recession. It likely is going to be a doozy. I actually think it's going to be a combination of a .com and housing recession. It's kind of a combination doozy. So what would be advice for them? Because I've seen some Facebook posts and other social media. Gen Z is just going to YOLO it. You only live once. Some of them have given up. They feel like they can't get anywhere. They're just destined to struggle. Which I don't think is the case, but what advice would you give a Gen Zer today?
So one of the hardest things for that generation is be patient, because they've grown up in the world of instant everything, right? Everything gets delivered to your door and, the next day or that day. You got instant information, they're very impatient, and there's a lot of anxiety because of, the way that their world revolves in with social media and, the Instagram, Snapchat, world that they live in, TikTok, where it's all about attention and it's all about, instant gratification. So you got to be patient. Number one, build yourself always, first and foremost, educate yourself, build yourself. But you have to be patient because these things take time to play out. But this is where the opportunities are created if you pay attention. So I would say, watch what's happening and learn. This is going to be the most valuable lessons you will ever learn in your life that will set you up to create generational wealth opportunities as you go through. You can make your biggest moves coming out of a recession if you pay attention to what's going on. Where's the capital going? Where's the biggest destruction being done? Where's the demand destruction being done? What industries are evolving and innovating? Where's the talent going? So in corporate America right now, the brightest minds in the world for these companies that are out there, the Facebooks, the Googles, the Apple, where are they going? Where's the capital going? Where is BlackRock and Blackstone, the biggest asset managers in the world? Where are they putting their money? Mm-hmm. So you really want to watch these things and pay attention to these things and see where the momentum is going, because that shows you a lot of times where the opportunities are. But these times are very fascinating, and it's a great time to really, versus what I had to do. I had to reinvent myself 0809. You have the opportunity to invent yourself and your future in this this time right now, and be ahead of it, and make sure that no matter what you do, understand where that innovation and growth is going, and what the technologies are that are going to change the world and revolutionize as we move forward, and put yourself right in the middle of that. And you got a win-win right there.
Yeah. What I would try to communicate to Gen Z is, again, I like to say things that shock people. And this is one of them, right? Congratulations. This is going to be your first of hopefully 5 to 8 recessions in your adult life. They come and go. These are not unicorns on rainbows. These are business cycles. They come and go. This happened to be one of the longest times between recessions because we didn't take our medicine in 08, 09. But it's here now. Second, like you said, don't rush. Don't, what worked, a lot of Gen Z probably learned to buy the dip over the last 2 years, and it worked amazing. Back to your point from video 2 or 3 today, you had to reinvent yourself. If you're a Gen Zer and you were buying the dip and you kept buying the dip here recently, it didn't work out. You have to understand the markets change. The good market is over. We're entering a bad one. Pain is a great teacher. My first experience, a lot like Gen Zers, right? Mine was .com stock. Maybe theirs was crypto. I took a very small stack, turned it into a big stack, and then lost most of it. That was a painful lesson. Pain is a great educator. But the thing that really bothers me, and the things that I'm starting to see, is like they're almost giving up. They're giving up. That is not okay. Giving up.
There might be some, because of the debt, so you have the debt situation, you have real estate values, things like that they might think, there's just no hope, it's insurmountable, whatever. Again, go study business cycles, the business cycles of the economy. And it's always like this, right? So you have, like we talked about before, you have your growth, you have your peak, you have your recession, you have a depression, then you go back up and you start growth all over again. And it always works like that, just like there's seasons of weather in some areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the areas that temperatures don't fluctuate, you still have seasons.
Yeah.
But, just like weather has seasons, the economy has seasons. And, like you said, we've been on this, hyper inflation in assets since 2008 and 9 with, the artificial and, stimulus created by the Fed and central banks around the world that eventually has to unwind. And we're starting to see it in countries around the world where it's coming home to roost. The advantage we have is we're the issuer of the world's reserve currency, and we're the largest economy in the world. So we can do things other countries can't do that tried to do what we've done.
Agreed.
But yeah, I mean, there's always hope. There's always opportunity. There's always going to be, things that you can do and take advantage of to position yourself. So yeah, there's never a reason to give up. There's never a reason to lose hope. And
yeah, and you've got probably 80 years ahead of you. You're 20. I'm just picking a number. You're 20. And to give up at 20, I mean, my life didn't really even start till I was 30. I mean, if you could figure this thing out at 20, I mean, for example, I did a deep dive session on house hacking on Saturday, 90 minutes long. And who did I have on there? I had a 9th grade dropout who house hacked and now is a multimillionaire. And then I had a single parent with 3 kids making $17 an hour. House hacking changed their lives. Do you think they wanted to do that? No, but they did it. And that set, once you take care of your biggest expense, you're living for free, the income snowball, you trade out of this asset into that asset. You do it a couple of times. One of them moved 9 times. He house hacked 9 times. Right. So again, if your friend, the thing that really bothers me is people got to watch their personal network. If your personal network of Gen Zers are all negative and bitching and complaining all the time, get new friends. Just get new friends. Your network sucks if that's all you hear.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's key. A couple of things you said there, in terms of, house hacking and things like that, almost like that's a negative. I mean, nothing wrong with that. You do what you have to do until you're in a position to do whatever it is you want to do.
Exactly.
I mean, I spent a lot of years doing things that I did not like, didn't want to do, but they all built what I ultimately became to be able to do whatever I wanted to do. And I always think, how can I, right? How can I create opportunity? How can I get what it is I want? What do you have to do to get there? How can I make it happen? And then, yeah, network is huge, so you want to look at your friends. You want to surround yourself with people that are doing things, that are getting out there, making things happen, that are positive, that support each other, build each other up, don't hold you back, don't bring you down, aren't putting things into their mind and their bodies that just aren't going to move the ball forward. I don't know anybody who wakes up every day and says, man, I'm so glad I got drunk last night and hung out at the bar, instead of, doing something to further or better themselves. I mean, you got to think about that and, spend your time wisely. That's going to move the ball forward in your life. Now you can have fun and things like that. And there may be some friends, whatever, that are lifelong friends that you don't want to disassociate with, but you don't want them to influence you and keep you from doing what you're going to need to do in order to get to the next level. And then always surround yourself by people who are doing what it is you want to do, going places you want to be, or have done that. And make sure you're the dumbest person in the room. If you walk into the room and you're the smartest person in that room, you're in the wrong room. Now there will be a time to pass on and give back and mentor where you might be surrounded by less experienced people. But as a Gen Z, this is for Gen Z.
Yes.
You need to be in rooms where you're the dumbest person in the room. Always be a seeker of wisdom, always be looking to learn from every opportunity. And you have 2 choices in every interaction, every opportunity, like this video. People will watch our videos and you get people that are like, they try to get every nugget they can and try to learn everything they can. And there's other people like, these guys are stupid. I can't learn anything from them.
Boomers.
You can learn from everybody in every situation and every opportunity. There's always something to be learned if you approach it from that standpoint and realize all you know is what you know.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you don't know. And that's the thing that can hold you back from ultimately creating whatever it is you want to create. It's what you don't know. Yeah. And more importantly, what you think you know that just ain't so, as Mark Twain would say.
Yeah. And just again, this is not a video picking on Gen Z at all. This was really a video to encourage, to excite. I mean, I hope you go through 5 or 6 business cycles. That means you lived a good life.
Opportunity. What do you do? How do you do? And I get this question all the time from young people, man. They're like, man, I'm not a good student. I'm leaving high school. What do I do? So, I mean, this is what I tell my kids, is what I tell their friends.
Yeah.
I have these conversations every day. If you have friends that are out trying to do the least amount to get by, and that's just, the other thing I always tell people is whatever you do today is what you will do every day. Whatever you do right now is what you're going to do always into everything. So if you're not putting 100% into what you're doing right now, what makes you think you're going to do it somewhere else later? So how you do anything right now is how you will do everything later in life. Like you hear, oh, I'll do that when I get paid more. It doesn't work that way. You do more to get paid more later, and that's kind of what it takes. And, again, these are the things that, a lot of young people, these lessons aren't passed down to people, that we've had to learn, along
the hard way. Yeah.
And do those things. So no, this is all encouraging. I don't think this is getting down or beating down on anybody at all. I think this is stuff that's just not out there that young people need to hear in terms of, oh, it's easy for you guys. You've already done it. Well, I was you.
Yeah, I was you. Yeah, exactly.
And there wasn't this available to us when I was coming up, it just, we had to learn it the hard way and get out and just do it. Knock on doors, hey, boom, boom, boom. My name is Greg. I need to make some money.
Yeah.
I'll do anything.
Yeah.
That's how I got started.
There you go. Well, Greg, this is a lot of fun. Thank you for doing 4 episodes today. We appreciate you. Where can they find you?
Yeah, gregdickerson.com. That's where all my info is. YouTube channel, podcast. Go check it out.
Thank you, buddy.